Hey everyone, it's Mike Andes. I'm the founder of Augusta Lawn Care, where we have over 170 locations around the world. Today is actually the first time I've ever shared a video like this one. It's actually a behind the scenes video that I had with one of my operators in my business, lawn care web design and home service web design.
Unlock and unleash.
So this is not like a video I'd usually put out. If you like this type of content, definitely let me know in the comments. It's gonna be helpful if you are thinking about optimizing your Google listing.
We're gonna have it dialed in, no mistakes.
If you're thinking about trying to rank higher on Google, and more importantly, it might just be interesting to see kind of how we workshop ideas, bounce things back and forth when it comes to creating new products and new feature releases that we have in the future around technology. Without any further delay, let's go ahead and jump into it.
Yeah, this year I think we're gonna dominate. Like, I think we have a factory now. Like we have it dialed in. The lawn care web design, home service web design, I mean, those sites, like we can push those out. So
of the 12, is like 3 designers, 4 support. Like, what's that breakdown?
So we have the operations manager. There's one web design manager. She has 2 designers under her, and then she has like it's kind of like a floater. It's a part-timer who does, like, we have a checklist that we go through now through every site that gets finished, after text, after everything. It goes through this checklist process.
Do you use, like, ClickUp or something?
What was that?
Do you use ClickUp or like some sort of project management software for this?
Oh, no, for the checklist?
Yeah.
No, it's literally just, I mean, it's literally like a printout. Like, I don't even want them, like, I want them to manually just check it. It's just every single thing. And what I'm doing is just kind of seeing, like, what consistently are we getting wrong? You know, and it's little stuff. But I felt like every other way we've done it, it just is, we were still having the same type of problems, because I feel like it's easy for people to just be like, yeah, this is done. Now it's like, I want your name at the top, and it's only 2 people. It's either her or the manager doing it. But I feel like we're gonna have it dialed in, like no mistakes. So that's a big thing. So we have her doing that. She also does, like, so we found a problem when we send a site out, when it's done, we send it to the customer. 90% of them say, oh, this is great, like, let's launch. The 10% that say, we don't like this, and it's never like, this is terrible, but it's like, we don't like this, we want more. It's like, it just adds a ton of work. So we had to have someone else kind of like be able to dive in, because it just breaks the process. If we just go, we send that back to the designers who are working on new sites, because we've not had a period where we don't have consistent sites coming in across the board. So I feel like this will fix it's a little hiccup that we have. But I feel like having that person as like a floater will fix that. We have, and then we have on the support side for lawn care web design, there's a full-timer who's my brother now. It's not his favorite thing, but because everybody's done ticket, like, everybody's been in that position. We used to do it where it's like, okay, when there's no sites, then everybody's just kind of put in. That was a nightmare too. You know, you can only do that for so long before you're gonna have a problem. You can have either too many new sites or too many tickets. So it's like, we just had to separate it. So 6 months ago, we separated it. We called it, we had a team retreat, and we called it the Unlock and Unleash. That was the next 6 months. So it was like, everybody had, we kind of created these management roles. So, you know, promotions involved in that. And then just kind of changed the hierarchy system. And now the unleashing is happening. And so I feel like it's like, we're on it. Like, it's really good. So
do you think he could do sales eventually, your brother?
Or
does he not have the technical?
No, it's not. His communication, he's not he's a smart guy. Like, he's literally been with me since day one. So he knows everything. But sales isn't his strong point. Yeah. So right now, my goal is eventually for Eddie to take on sales. Yeah. So right now he's overseeing them and just kind of plugging in wherever he needs to plug in. He also has pretty much learned everything other than sales. I'm still doing all of that. I'm going to hand that over for sure. But I just want to make sure that we dial in all those other components before I keep piling stuff on them. So, and honestly, I enjoy it, but it's just not going to be possible. You know, this year will be a test to that. We adjusted the calendar for 15-minute increments, so that at least we can control that component. And we're really going to try to push people into that scheduler and see how.
Push them right from the homepage.
I think
right now, like
yeah,
they check out where they find the contact.
Exactly. They check out or they go to the contact form. We're thinking about in January having a component where they can just schedule. The only reason why I don't like that idea, and it's on the table, is because what might happen is the people who are really just willing to sign up, they're going to schedule the call first.
Right.
Because
how many people just sign up without contact?
More than actually contact, and that's that's the thing. We don't have like a ton of forms being filled out. I would say right now probably like 3. I probably do 3 calls a week. Yeah, so it's not that big of a deal.
They're pre-qualified themselves. They know they're gonna buy.
Exactly. So I would rather them sign up, and then if they have questions, we reach out to them, and we do get on the phone with them. So I feel like putting that there is going to just. Then we are going to be flooded with sales calls.
So basically, you just send the booking link if like they contact you and you're at impasse and you're like, hey, just hop on a call.
I send the booking link out now so most of the people using the booking link are people coming off of YouTube, or any of your channels.
Could you make a short link, like longtermroadhunt.com/book or something, or like a video or something? Because the one that you have now,
it's like an ugly
always
link.
Go try to find it.
Yeah. We can put it on a.
Because then we'll
just embed the calendar on the page. Yeah, we can do that.
Or just even redirect it.
Redirect, just directly to that link. We can do that too. Yep. No, that's a good idea. And I'm also using it for like clients who just kind of need to bypass traditional support. They have like some in-depth questions or things that I just get, and so I say give them the link, and then we just let them, and those are just existing customers. They'll sign up and we'll get on a call.
The guy in Seattle starting a second location, Urban Roots Lawn Care.
Yes, I did, and you know what his issue was? He said, went through the whole thing. Oh yeah, I love it. Then he goes, so yeah, I want the instant quote that Mike's been talking about. I was like. I'm like, yeah. So unfortunately, we won't be able to provide that. But I have an alternative for you. He's like, no, I want that one. Like, that one is much faster. Blah blah. I tried to pitch him on deep lawns. He's like, no. I'll tell you what. Tell Mike if he can give me that. I'm like, unfortunately, man, it's not going to happen anytime soon. Maybe in the future. And if we ever did it, it would only be for existing lawn care web design customers. He's like, I'll sign up right now if you can get that for me. Just talk to Mike and see what you can do. And I'm like, all right, bro. I was like, all right, man.
I think if we could offer it, it'd have to be an upsell because the amount of more support for it.
Oh, 100%. Like, I'm not even hype about doing it. Like, I know the power on it and I have the power behind it and I know they want it.
Yeah.
They'll sign up for it. The problem is the support on it. The support is rugged. So like Augusta's support team is completely separate.
Yeah. What if you did this? What if you did it where they paid by the form that came through?
Like they pay based on the update?
No, like so say we
by the lead, like the lead?
Yeah. So it's like if we did think, hey, it's $2 a lead. Because like Deep Lawn, for example, is like $3 or $4 or whatever per scan.
Dude, really?
Yeah. No, now they're subscription.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think they're set at like 99 or something like that. But the thing is, it's so slow.
Yeah.
I mean, I still promote it.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of customers using it. Yeah. The issue is, from a client standpoint, I feel like it's slow. Like walking through that process is too lengthy,
right.
And I feel like you lose them.
Yeah. Because then
there's just too many steps. Yeah, there's way too many steps, and it actually does load kind of slow when you're going through the different pages. I feel like what we have is gold when it's in place,
right.
But the support side of it, because everyone who gets it's gonna go, yeah, I don't like those pictures.
Yeah, I know. And the different
my prices
on a fourth step.
Yep, and they're gonna change their prices like a million times. They're gonna like halfway through the season, like, can you up it $3? You know, and it's just like it seems easy, but it's not. It's manual. Like, you know what I mean? And I think I'm doing everything. I've tried everything to like figure out, other than just building that. which is then, you know, that's a nightmare to build that.
Yeah, when
To just
then
kind
you
of
have a plugin which slows everything
exactly.
down.
Then you still have to be able to connect with these other components like Stripe and other things. So it's like I'm hoping to like, man, what would be ideal in the future would be like we have a form, you fill out the form, and I almost had this done on the using another form processor, and you would fill out a form, and then it would spit out the form that we would then just embed. So anytime someone wanted to make a change, we would just create a new form. We wouldn't even go back and fool with that one. We would just and you're just answering questions. You know what I mean? Like you're not getting a list of things and then going creating and then doing that. So it's I think with Augusta it's fine, but if I added that to the lawn care web design support side, it would be really bad for them.
Realistically, you'd almost have to charge at least $200 a month.
Yeah, have to charge $200 a month, and I don't even know if it would be worth it if it was less, if we could take away some of the manual stuff. And we're working on it. I mean, that is the biggest complaint that I have on my side too. Not with me, but with teams. They're just like, man, because there's so much room for error.
Right.
And everyone's scared. They're like, man, this is out there, and I don't think the franchisees go and test it.
Right.
You know, so we're just like, we look at it, but it's just scary because their pricing is out there. Yeah. And so I don't know if we'd want to pull the trigger on that yet, but I think in the future, man, we would sell it like it would sell like hotcakes. Now, what I was thinking is it would be cool, like that could be where we combine something with Copilot. Because originally we talked about, hey, if you sign up for Copilot, there's going to be a connection with Lawn Care Web Design that's going to be like this exclusive connection. And that could be the component where it's like, oh, you get this instant quote feature. So now we get them into both. And then maybe we can charge less for it, but we just have to figure out. And especially if we figure out this where we get the current instant quotes to do everything we want to do with Stripe and Copilot, then we'll have that. I mean, it's like, who wouldn't want that?
Yeah. I think that the Stripe one, like the actual collection of card information, we might have to keep inside of Augusta simply because of security. If we don't know what their SSL looks like or like any sort of stuff on their website, whereas we can control that on Augusta's side.
Yeah.
But my thought is like if we are ever able to keep the card for just Augusta, have the where it connects with Copilot automatically, like keep their card information and all that just for Augusta, and then allow like the dumbed down version what we currently have for people out in the public. I think at least half of our current customers will take it, but that's even at $200, it's only $20,000 a month. And is it really worth it to double or triple support for that?
The support part is the killer.
But then you also might have people join
for that reason, yeah, and that's the other thing. So it's a numbers game. I think.
Because I think about like even like with showcase reviews, it's like. The nice thing about that is it should be lower lift.
I have a good concept for that too that I want to run past you.
Yeah,
an update. On the instant quote side, I have not stopped thinking about a way to simplify it. Like keep the same front end, simplify the back end. Like that is the goal 100%. And I feel like we're gonna be able to do it at some point. There's so many automations coming out right now that ideally that's the way we would want it. It's where you just fill out a form, it spits out a code. Fill out a form, it spits out a code.
Even if you had a program where like customize something on like say Jotform or whatever.
Yes.
Customize it to where we didn't have to change the back end. And then like let's say there's a repository of 10 or 20 pictures for each small, medium, or large.
Yep.
So people can kind of choose what they want.
Yes.
Yeah, that would take some work.
And I think if we had it, it would kind of relieve us of the support side. We're just taking the code and putting it in.
Right.
Because we would have that set up on its own web page. May 2019, we connected to build Augusta Lawn Care as a franchise.
I still remember where I was sitting when I called you.
Yep. So that was May 2019. August, only 3 months later, we got Lawn Care Web Design rolling.
Yeah, I remember where I was at when I was at the bank in Blaine, Leakview, And I was like, I had the idea of like, why don't we just do this and like we just mark it up and take it?
Yeah. Yep. No, it was gold. Yeah.
That was in August.
That was August. So
technically
5 years.
as we launched the franchise.
Yeah, it was.
Our first franchise was in October.
No, it was. I couldn't believe how close it was. Like I had to go back and double check. I'm like man, okay.
I remember,
we did it.
I was like, hey, you were like, I don't know, and then I was like, okay, if we sell 5, that was like the goal.
Yeah.
That was cool.
It's funny because with such a like you had a smaller audience at that point, but like it was gold.
Yeah.
Like that first year was actually pretty good.
Yeah, it was.
So 5 years, almost 6 years in May for Augusta and 5 years for Lawn Care Web Design. So yeah, that's cool. And you know what's interesting? So when you sent in for Augusta, you said, so here's my ideas, and then you said, here are 3 competitors that I have. So, just take a look at them. 2 of them don't exist anymore.
Really?
Yeah, they're closed.
So, you went back to
I went back. So just a heads up on that. 2 of them are gone. 1 of them still stands.
That's funny.
Yep. So I was like, man, this is interesting. Yeah. But so showcase. Do you feel like talking about that? All right. So man, the text message thing, as you know, became a nightmare. But I think we figured it out. We did get a number sent in to be registered, and it was like a week or 2 ago. So So we used Telenex instead. I think overall the process was easier, or the pricing was better for the 800 numbers. It was we looked into both, and we ended up switching after working with Twilo. We switched to Telenex. So I think what we're trying to do now is an 800 number, because otherwise you technically have to register a number for every single one, and then the registration process is impossible almost per account. And it's like, even the information they're asking for us to collect that and try to help a person through that, it's just not going to happen. So we were like, 800 numbers the way to go. Fine. I think people will still respond to the text, so we did an 800 number. We're going to test it with so we can, with that 1-800 number, we can use up to 50, we can put, is it 50 accounts? Yeah, we can attach 50 businesses to it, to the one number, which is great. Pricing makes sense. So that's our goal with Showcase, as far as being able to send text messages. Everything else is fine. We don't have any problems there.
Is the UI the same as before?
The UI is way better.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that was my biggest
No,
concern.
it's way better.
Okay.
It's way better. So what we're thinking about doing is a full service Google Business Listing Management tier.
Yeah.
So we could have 2 tiers. It's like, okay, software only reputation management. You can do that. Or you can go full service and we'll manage your Google Business Listing for you, and we'll that includes us getting your reviews. The difference is it's completely hands off for them. They don't even have to go get reviews, because we're going to tie into their Stripe account for reviews, or whatever their payment gateway is. So anytime they finish with a client, we're already going to auto text that, auto send that via email to get that, to get the review. And then on the full service side, we're going to just we just have to set the software up. And then the reporting is sick, because what it does is it takes a snap. So we can put in all the keywords that the person wants to rank for in the first, what's going to monitor it, let's say for the first 30 days. So we list like 10 keywords, like, lawn care, Whatcom, landscaping, Whatcom, landscapers, all the list. And then what it does is it does a heat map. You've probably seen those, where it just shows you, like, based on that area that you put in here, you're number 1 here, but if someone searches you here, you're actually going to show up as number 7, because they're so much further from your pinpoint. So it shows you that snapshot up front where you land today, and then every month it just shows that improving. You don't have to worry about any component to your business listing. And the thing is, here's what we know. If you can get in the top 3 of your business listing in your market, and you can get your website on the first page in organic search, it is hard not to win off of that formula. Like, there's nothing else that can beat the lead gen off of those 2 pieces. There's just nothing else. I mean, you can do Facebook ads, Instagram ads, you can do all that stuff all day long, and there's just no way you're gonna get that quality type of lead for the price too. So, as much as I don't want to throw out another heavyweight package, we do got some guys who are, we got some we have quite a few guys that are pretty large that would I think would eat that up.
So what if we just did two? Because like my concern is dilution, right? So like if we have laundry web design, home service web design, and then we have showcase reviews, and then we have something else.
No, it would be showcase reviews.
Oh,
It's just another tier in there.
Do you think we should even have another tier? Why not just do two different things, $4.99 both?
I'd be happy not selling the $99 package anymore.
Yeah, that's what I
just
say.
only doing a full service
And
package.
then we only do it for them.
And we only do it for that. And then the only reason why I separated the tier was for the Augusta, so that they could still feel like they get something, they get something free.
Which would be difficult to get them. I see.
But in theory, you're already giving them full service. I mean, technically, they're already getting it.
Yeah, totally.
So I almost think we don't even need to.
Well, I could just pitch it as we're doing the
You're already doing
$4.99
it.
package for them.
They're already getting it. Actually, it just adds more value to what's already being done on the Augusta side. We're just giving it to the public, and I think
Yeah, I like that a lot.
the profit is. Here's the thing about it. Labor-wise, we need one person. We need one person onboarding people, managing reports, and any issues that come about. Like in theory, we could probably go with 100 clients with one human.
Basically, our cost of goods then would be whatever much cheaper is a license for showcase reviews, and then the other software, the $99, and there's like just our cost.
Our fixed cost is going to be under 150. It sounds like it stinks, but not on a $400 package with not much labor on any side.
Really, the value proposition then of showcase reviews is we tie into your Stripe account and we automate your review collection.
I don't even think so. We're going to change that. It's very similar to what we're selling on the website side. It's like anybody, someone can go right now and get Squarespace and build a website themselves. But like we're full service. Like, do you want to do that, or do you want to just hand it over to us and not have to think about it really? And that's what we're going to do with their business listings.
So then why don't we just do where Augusta gets access to showcase reviews, dumbed down version for free.
Yeah, 100%.
So if they want to automate, they can, because we're already doing the full service stuff. But then we take the full service stuff, package and do $4.99. It's like we automate your reviews and we manage fully your entire. Really, I'd just say we get reviews and we manage your business.
Yeah, I think we stay away from the word automate.
Yeah, I agree.
Because we want them to get full service. Because like, for example, if they have a question, they're going to get a real human. Like we're going to be on the other side of that. It's just we're going to be using tools so that we can do this to scale without a crazy overhead. And the thing is, like I want to wait until like I want to give this like 2 more months of us using it in house. But like so far, the thing is pure gold. So like on Copilot, when it sends an email, if we can get put on the CC of that email, it'll generate a text and everything off of that. We haven't tested that yet, but we do have that capability, which I think is sick, because then we don't have to get into their payment gateways and all that. It's just a matter of like, how do you communicate with customers? Is there a way that we can be on that? Some software, I don't know if Copilot does it, but some softwares allow you to basically dress up the email.
Yeah.
Like the template.
Yeah, the challenge, like we can do that. The challenge is like you're depending on them to CC you.
No, you put it in the on the template
on the
side
template,
of it.
it's always a CC.
So it's always there. It's always a CC.
I
It
just feel
doesn't
like
have to be that.
I almost like the processor because like we are completely like in the behind the scenes.
So they don't even see what's going on.
And Stripe is much more across the board versus like every CRM.
You gotta be different.
Got to be different for template stuff.
It's good that we have it in case a customer says, I don't use Stripe and I don't use these things. At least we have some fallbacks to be like, we can still generate automated reviews.
I think it's a matter of like positioning. Like, how do we position ourselves for the second product? Because like right now, web design, everyone gets it.
Yep.
You don't even, that's why they just sign up. I think the second one, it needs to be clear in terms of like, what is the value proposition? It's like, it should be a matter of like, I like the whole idea of reputation management, plus like even just calling it like, I don't want to call it even Google listing management. It's like, we're really making posts for them.
Well, it's full service. And the nice thing is this does exist. So we're not the first to market on it. The difference is your audience is dialed in. Like, I know this for a fact because, I mean, $500 a month it's not. It's a great price for what we're doing.
It's certainly premium.
But it's still premium. And I mean, I'm talking to guys. I'm trying to talk them out of it. I'm like, "What's your revenue? 100,000." Like, okay. What other marketing things you have going on? This, and this. All right. So I think that maybe you should consider holding off a little bit, and I'm going to tell you why. Because especially it's wintertime now. But you know these things. They're like, yeah. Okay, I'm signing up, and they go and sign up. So I'm just like. So I can't even talk them out of the 500. So with that, with what I'm saying is like the audience is so dialed in. I don't think we'll have a problem. It's a matter of it's one of those thresholds they'll have to hit. It's like, oh, I can't afford it now, but at some point I'm gonna get that too, because it's hands off and I don't have to worry about it. We sell it as a full service.
Can we do a guarantee? Like we guarantee in the top 3 spots. So for example, because I'm afraid of people dropping off in 2-3 months, could we say? It is $4.99, and after 12 months, if you're not on the first 3 spots of Google listing and the first page of Google, or something along these lines, you get like half your money back.
As long as our fixed costs are covered.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly, which would be, and we probably could.
And then it would also make sure they stay on for the full year and actually get results.
Yeah. I think we could throw out some crazy guarantee at the beginning, especially just, you know. But I think that we just so here's the thing, like we're testing it against marketers.
Right.
You know, if we can do it against them, like we will dominate against landscapers.
Right.
You know, so I feel like we probably could throw out the guarantee, and that would make it easier to seal the deal.
Well, dude, if you could just say even we guarantee you'll be in the first page of Google. Either it's somewhere on the Google listing part or in native search.
Well, the native search is going to be tied to lawn care web design.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Which is if you get both, because then this is going to be like an upsell, right? So we take our 200 clients. Like, hey, if you get both of these, we'll actually guarantee now that you'll be on the first page of Google. If not, we'll give you this one for free.
Something like that. Yeah. I like that concept. I was thinking of one other thing. As far as the pitch, like I could just go to some of our best lawn care clients and just throw this out there and see what we can put it all together, package it, and then just kind of see how they take to it. And that could almost be like our trial run with it.
How soon do you think Showcase Review will be ready for Augusta? Because they all are in strike now.
Yeah, the Augusta, as soon as we get that 800 number, we have like 2 locations to start testing. And that's all we have left with that. It's just getting the tech side to work.
Mount Vernon, Bellingham?
It's Mount Vernon and I think it's Mount Vernon. No, I think it was Whatcom.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Yeah, I think those are the 2 that we have. The Stripe, access to Stripe.
I'd love to give that to them, even if I just cover the flat, whatever that fee is, and then we can almost use that as test and beta for what we would then use in the back end of the bigger product.
100%. Yeah, because I think, that's the sauce right there. These guys are still spending. They're paying $500 with us. They're still spending $1,200 on Google Ads. There's no way they're getting, especially the way they're telling me what they're doing. I'm looking at the numbers and I'm like, okay, you had 200 new visitors come to the site from Google Ads. They spent 10 seconds on the site. There's just no way you're getting good conversion on this. Like, I don't even have to look in your ad account.
So you'll see at conference on Thursday, we're launching Augusta Leads. Did I tell you about this?
Yes.
Oh yeah, you know that. You're building it. Let's go.
Yeah.
So it's going to crush, dude.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be really good.
Yep.
I think right now, more than a third of our leads, we just can't service them.
Yeah. So
we're going to monetize them.
Oh yeah.
So I also think that down the road, it'll help with lawn care web design because we're getting those leads. Down the road, I think we can monetize unserviceable leads there too. But I'm just holding off on that. I want to test it with Augusta. Same thing with Copilot.
Yep.
There's thousands of businesses. It's like, I can see all their unserviceable leads. I can just help them monetize it and we take 50% of the cut.
Oh yeah.
Because people are willing to pay with leads like crazy.
Yeah.
Everyone wants leads. No one wants anything else. They just want leads.
Yep.
Even
look at Google with the guarantee program.
Yeah.
Same exact thing. Like they're just like, let me sell you a lead now.
Yeah, man. Well, everyone thinks they need more leads. So instead of I always thought they need command center, right? It's and it's been 5 years of excruciating pain to get command center where it's at. And no one wants admin cost reduced. They just want more leads.
It's crazy.
So that's why it's if we can do the review thing for Showcase Reviews, cool.
Yeah.
But then like the Augusta Leads program is like phase one, like what we're doing first will be like selling what they currently have.
Yep.
And then the next part is like they want to pay us and we do the leads for them. But the problem with that is they're giving me money. I want, hey, before we even touch that, let's just like take the current leads that we have coming in and sell the ones that we're not using.
For sure. No, I like the concept, and I like that you mentioned, I don't know if you mentioned it to me or if it was in a video, but just basically utilizing that to say, hey, now you can pay your franchise fees just in like the circle of life right here.
Yeah.
Like it's perfect. Yeah, it's genius. No, there's a ton of opportunity with just just look when you put that video assessment out there, how many people jumped on board on that? Like there's hundreds of emails sitting right there of companies that
Or at least looking at improving their
looking
website.
at doing something to improve. And so
Have we emailed them at all? We just need to
we
email
never
that
sent
whole list.
we never send an email blast.
I think we put them on our,
Oh, you know what? Some of them did get emails.
well, because now I have like probably about 1,000 emails a day going out for lawn care web design
wow.
and home service web
Nice.
design.
Yeah.
And it's
Home
all
service
cold
web design's
traffic.
picking up.
Good. Yeah, I'm pushing that one a little more because it's just a wider audience on that I can reach into, like in terms of numbers.
Yep. We added there's an HVAC company. Dude has like 15 trucks. Like it's an Island Breeze or something
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah,
The
nice.
yellow, bluish.
Yeah. And then he also signed up on the lawn care side. He started a brand new lawn care business. So anyways, this HVAC company though, like we needed that in-home service because they see Augusta and they're like, well, that's Mike's. So, but we needed like a large company to like solidify. As soon as we put that in the portfolio, we got a pretty nice sized roofing company, a pretty nice sized plumbing company. I feel like they needed to see
The more
something else.
on our work page we can get, the
man.
better.
Every time we get something new, we throw it up there.
Yeah, even on lawn care design, like I think like we should just have a.
I've been picky with the lawn care because of rank.
Right.
Because we get a lot of people, they go look at the rank. And when they're these new guys,
Right.
the
You wait
rank's
until
not
they're
very
around,
good. And so, we're just working on kind of revamping some of the old ones that were in there to kind of like, make it look better.
Man, it's just like, it's so cool. Even from the web design perspective, if you can have an upsell where it's like, hey, we will build your site, because they all want to know how long it's going to take me to get on the first page of Google.
Always.
Well, we actually guarantee it if you buy this other package from us.
Okay, so you're saying just guarantee one, because we can guarantee one or the other.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll be there at some point.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
Yeah.
you'll be on the first page of Google, either native or on the Google listing part, and we guarantee within a year. And if not, we'll be refunded the second part of the package.
I think we'll know best when we try it with one of them, because I really think this software is going to dominate. Like I really think what we can do to get them up to the top. I really feel like it can be I think it's going to be really fast when you talk about the lawn care side. This is the entire business we have right now is full service, and there's only a few that are like, I want weekly checkups and all this stuff. And we're like, here, look, you have access to your analytics account. You can see whatever you want, whenever you want. But if you need to talk to somebody or you need to get, like we're here, they send something to support, they get a response. So
How would that differ from what Augusta gets? Because Augusta, we're doing like very specific posts for them. But what would be any different? Like
the regularity of it is what is the big deal. It's because, for one, when they post photos, depending on the market will determine how often you should post photos. That's what they're using. That's their science. And then they're going to take those photos, they're going to geotag all of them. So they delete all the metadata on the back end and then put it for that particular city. Again, I don't know, I've done a ton of research on that. It's mixed, whether that works or not, but I've seen it, another company doing it, and they were dominating. So I'm like, I would like to say it works. I feel like Google would use that kind of information. They're trying to get as much information as they can that's relevant to the local area. So that's a cool component. And then like I mentioned with the post, it's going to do the same thing. It's going to determine what kind of market you're in and then figure out how often it should post. And then just some of those back things that nobody ever does, like chats and all, it does all that stuff. It answers the chat.
Yeah, I think the only way for that to really
But for
work.
Augusta, I don't think it's a good idea.
Right. Yeah. I know.
I think it's too expensive.
Right.
It's to be 15,000. What? It's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah. per
I think
month.
the
Yeah, it would be insane. is $100 per location. Like it's not worth it.
Yeah. If it's gonna be done for you though, where they don't see anything really happening, like and it's like basically like, hey, like we just do this all in the back end. You don't have any access to like getting inside the software. There has to be like a super solid guarantee, I feel.
I think the guarantee, and I think what we need to do is the reporting,
Right.
to show them if they can see every month what we did.
Right. And the improvement on the heat map.
Exactly. The heat map improvement, which is for sure they're going to see that. I have to see how the report generates because I'm getting the messaging, but I have to see how we would export that, and so that they could see, oh wow, you guys did a post every week. You did it, like, oh man, this is crazy. Like, cool, this is totally worth it. And then the review side is included in that. So we're also going to grab reviews for them, and that automatically gets pulled into that. Any new review that shows up, even though Showcase, the two are two different softwares technically, every new review that comes in, it gets picked up on that software. So Augusta, I don't think a good idea. It's too expensive.
Right.
But
You think $499?
I feel like we
$3.99?
start off at $3.99 and eventually make our way to $4.99. Just because at $3.99, we're slightly below or aligned with, if they do a Google search, how much they manage my Google business listing, it's pretty. That's what it's going to respond. It's going to say 350 to 600 or something like that. Yeah. But I've seen guys charging 1,200. I don't know how many clients they got on that. That's insane.
Well, hit me up. Like once we test at Mount Vernon and Bellingham for Showcase reviews.
Yeah, that's the Showcase side.
Yeah, then I like to give it still to Augusta because then I have value for them.
For sure.
If we already we have the site and everything.
And I think with Augusta, we do make it clear, like, you guys already have this.
Yeah. Well, from what the output is, the franchisee sees 3 posts from us a day, or 3 posts a week.
It's
It's gonna be better than what we give anyone else, anyways.
For sure.
And then if we give them the actual access, like with the app and everything for Showcase reviews,
Yep.
there's actually another level of it. No one even, it's exclusive technically to them.
Yep.
Because people externally, wouldn't even get access to the Showcase reviews software. So even
I
if
wonder if Augusta needs it, though. Do you think?
I think it's just
Or
a
would that
value add. It's a value add because
Okay.
some of them don't set up automations correctly, and like
We're going to set up the automations, though.
Well, I mean in Copilot.
Okay.
Or they don't ask for reviews correctly or whatever. Like, if we can just connect to their Stripe account and do it, it's a value add.
Yeah.
And if they can go in and see like where they're coming in, like
Yeah.
they can kind of manage it. It's not a high value thing.
Yeah,
And only like some of them would use it, would just be another thing for me to pitch as like value add.
for sure.
And if I can say, okay, if you go to Showcase Reviews as a public member, you're paying $3.99, and we're basically posting for you, we're getting reviews for you, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
I'm like, you guys are getting this. And they're paying $3.99.
Yes.
Because you'll see at like conference when I pitch at the end, I'm like, okay, so for your website, you're gonna pay $4.99 a month. You get that with Augusta. Augusta Lights, $4.99 a month. Okay, P4P software, $199 a month. Okay, right off the bat, we're not $1,200 per month that you get as being part of Augusta.
Yep.
So if I can throw another thing in there, okay, $3.99. We also post for you because right now it's one of those things with the posting. I feel like we do a bunch of work on the back end, but they don't have a dollar amount to attach the value of what that is for them.
Yep.
Whereas it's like, oh, by the way, this is usually going to cost you $3.99, and you get access through the actual back end app of Showcase Reviews to manage it yourself.
Yep. And there's some cool stuff in there. Like
Yeah,
they can send videos.
The QR code.
They can do all
thing.
kind of stuff like
Yeah.
that. I think they'll take advantage of.
Yeah.
If they send a personalized video of like, hey, it's me and my family, and we really benefit from these reviews. They send that. I mean, they can do all kind of stuff like that
Yeah.
with it too. That'll be cool.
I'm a fan of that. I
yeah.
get behind that. It just really is about making sure like the value proposition is clear to them. And if we have the $399 package, I say, hey, we do all of this for you, and we're gonna give you this back-end access to the actual, like the brains of what we're doing over here, then we're not gonna give anyone else for free. Then I can go on out and say this is $399 with a lot of confidence.
Exactly. And no one's gonna feel slighted on the Augusta side. Like that was my concern.
Right.
Because they're like, well, we want that.
I
But
say we don't go.
I
I say we do one package then for Showcase Reviews.
Yeah.
Just $399, not do the $99 package.
I like that the best.
Get rid of them having access to software. It's like it's either it's done for you. You get a monthly report, and then tie some sort of great guarantee to it.
Yep.
We already know we're going to get Augusta on the first page of Google like immediately.
Yep.
We just give the guarantee for everyone else publicly if they sign for a year.
I like it.
Oh, you know what you could do? You could do it's $3.99 a month, Or if you pay for the whole year up front, we guarantee you get to the first page of Google by the end of the year, and if you don't, we'll give you your money back. That way we get all the money up front.
Full refund or half?
I say we go full.
75% full.
Oh, you know what? Here,
Because we have the fixed
it's
cost
half.
in there.
It's half. It's full if they have lawn care web design too.
Then because then we have some margin to
Yeah. And we can control the site. Because the problem is if they have a lousy site and we have a bunch of Google reviews, we only have a shot of getting on Google My Business, like the Google listing, versus if we have the site on our end.
We have.
We can make sure we hit their native.
100%. Yeah, because the two work hand in hand. Once, even though Google doesn't say they do, there's definitely a connection between your business listing and your website. 100%.
Yeah, because if you get a map on the map, like you jump.
That's going to help your website for sure.
Yeah.
So I like it. I'm all about the full service game. I think that's the best way to go.
I don't want to diddle dally with $99 a month.
It's just every day I get a phone call of what our new hurdle is related to Showcase. And I'm like, this is definitely not worth $50 a month.
Okay, well, let's get the texting set up. Let's test in Mount Vernon and Whatcom. And then let's create a $399 package. And we're going to have to change our positioning.
Yeah, I mean, I think, I'd say let's stay quiet on it. And then we'll completely revamp the way we're pitching this Showcase business. It'll be I think even to roll it out, the initial upsell will just be to some of our top end clients.
I agree. I think
it's like, see what happens.
Right. I think it'd be like Mount Vernon, Bellingham, make sure Showcase reviews works.
Yeah, for that side. Yep.
Then maybe give access to the Augusta people to make sure like they get their thing. Yep. Then we go to our top 10, 20 lawn care web design, home service web design. Hey, optional thing. Do you guys want first access to this essentially?
Yep. Yeah.
Because if you talk to most business owners, especially if they have $1 million business, they'd be happy to pay $5,000 if you guaranteed in 1 year you'll win the first page of Google.
Yes.